Now, in page 5 here, we have actually just a sample of the many words that are used in the IELTS that some of us might not have encountered. Now, if I may ask, in Czech Republic, Peter, what kind of English do we have there? Is it American or British English predominantly?
Well, schools would be mostly Cambridge English.
So it's British.
But
okay.
But most of the people, due to the music and movies, would speak rather American English.
So the way their accent is also very American, I suppose. Yeah. How about in Brazil, Fernando?
It's American. Yeah.
It's very American English. Okay. In the case of Joseph, you're very Irish.
Pretty much we're our own special.
Yes. But in the Philippines, it's different. We are very American there. Very American. Even when we listen to Filipinos speak English, they sound very American also. So it can be challenging because the kind of English that's often used in the IELTS is very British. That's why earlier I noticed our Filipino students here did not get the word adverts. Why? Because we don't use adverts in the Philippines. We use ads, right? Another example is aluminium. Okay? Here in NZ, there's an extra I, aluminium, but in the Philippines we say aluminum. Notice earlier, you are the aluminum window installer. You did not say aluminium window installer, but aluminum window, because that's what we're used to. Okay, a flat is fairly common. An argument is how do Irish people say that R-O-W?
Row. Row.
A row. Yes.
Row, yeah.
Yes. A
row.
row. That's an argument. Yes. We don't say a row in the Philippines. There's a row. Okay. When people are asked to pronounce it, they will say row. Okay. Because like we're seated in rows. Okay. But alternatively, it could also be read as row, meaning a cat fight of some sort, for example. Okay, a childminder is a babysitter. Do you also say the loo in Ireland?
The toilet.
Yeah, that's very British, the word toilet. Americans find it odd when people say, where's the toilet? Because they don't say toilet in the US, they say the comfort room, the washroom, okay? In the Philippines, we always say CR, right? Comfort room, okay? But if you go to, the UK or, I don't know, even here, do they say CR here in NZ? They don't, right? Yeah, the toilet, exactly.
Yeah.
Because again,
bathroom would be used also.
Bathroom is also
mostly used.
yes, the bathroom, the washroom. They also say the WC. I have not seen rooms here with the label WC.
Yeah.
But in Czech Republic, I've had the chance to go to Prague one time. All the toilets have WC, WC all throughout. Okay, even in non-English speaking European countries, it's WC all throughout.
Water closet. It's actually funny because it's from English, so it's
Yes.
water closet. But
Exactly.
you just it's WC.
You adopted it, correct. All over Europe, actually, all over Europe. WC, what was it again?
Water closet.
It's water closet, yeah.
So it's quite close to British Waterloo, right?
Waterloo, yes. Yes, that's true. Okay, what else? In the Philippines, when somebody says, I'll give you a ring, they would suppose that they're going to make a proposal, right? But it's different because it means just make a phone call. Refectory for cafeteria, pence for cents. We say maize. In the Philippines, we say mais. Right? How about in Brazil? How do you say that term, Fernando?
Brazil, in Portuguese, say maizen.
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 Maizen, yes.
Portuguese, but
Yeah.
in English, yeah.
But yeah, the British
Corn.
equivalent is maize. Corn is another thing,
So the
right?
Portuguese is similar to Spanish.
Yes, mais.
Mais.
Mais, yeah, sure. How about closet? They call it a cupboard. Okay. Please correct me if I'm wrong. They say cupboard, right?
For us, it's a press. We call it press, and British people wouldn't understand it. Because British people call it a cupboard, but Irish people call it a press.
How do you spell that again?
P-R-E-S-S.
Press.
There's a couple of different words, English and British. You say it to a British person, they'll be like,
They don't understand each other.
they don't like. You just call the child naughty in Britain, but in Ireland you call him bold,
Bold.
as in like a bold and bashful. You know, like
like a,
someone's
like, a,
bold.
like a bully.
Yeah,
So a bully would be called like a bold.
bold. Yeah, like a bold child, as
Really?
opposed to naughty child.
In the Philippines, bold is different for us.
Bold is like, you know, bravado. Yeah.
Yes. See how interesting, word usage is,
Very different.
done, is used, no, right? Okay, that's very interesting. So that's the case. Afters is what they use to refer to the desserts. In another class, I asked mostly Filipino students, what do you think do they call the appetizers? And one student said, befores? So what's your guess? How do they refer, or what do they say to refer to the
Starters.
appetizer? Starters, correct. In the Philippines, we don't have that, right? In buffet restaurants, we go straight to the main course. No? No more soup, no more bread. We go straight to the main dish and a little dessert afterwards. Okay, nappy for diapers. The paper money is called a note or a dollar bill if it's American English. Semi-detached house. Do you say aubergine also in Irish for eggplant?
Aubergine.
Aubergine, yes.
It's just the way we roll our R's is different, so
Yes, but it's the same word.
Same word, yeah.
It's aubergine, okay? But here in New Zealand, they still use eggplant. I understand. Lift for the elevator. Yeah, I had one, friend of mine who traveled to the UK, and she was asking for direction. It was her first time to encounter the word lift, and all the while she thought the speaker was saying or was referring to her left. And so she was a little confused, and eventually she figured out the lift is the elevator. Yeah. Dear, do you also say dear in Irish? To mean very expensive.
yeah,
It's dear.
dear. Yeah, it's dear.
Like how do you say an iPhone is very expensive?
Oh, that is very dear.
It's very
Dear,
dear. It's to say too dear.
Too dear, very dear.
Very dear. So take note, it's not just a term of endearment like darling or sweetheart. It's also to mean literally expensive. Alright, a tap for faucet, a torch. A torch in the Philippines is different, right? Our torch is like the ones used by the Olympians when they light up the Olympic flame. That's a torch, but here they say torch the flashlight. Fortnight, we all know that already. Rubbish for garbage. Careers advice service. A bloke is a single guy. How do you say a single lady in English, Joseph?
A single lady?
A lad or
No, like a lad is a young man.
a young man? So like
A lass is a young girl.
lass. Yeah, I meant lass. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
A single lady would be miss. Like if you were to say,
Just miss.
yeah, like as in if you were to write a letter to a single lady, you would say miss.
Alright.
Mrs. is wife, married.
Okay.
But
But bloke is also commonly used in
he's a good bloke. Or,
Good.
yeah, we don't really use it. I've never heard that actually.
in Ireland, right?
She's like we just say, oh, she's a good girl, or she's a single lady.
A single lady, yeah, sure. Yeah, I was intrigued because I haven't also gotten the exact word for that, so I had to ask, exactly.
I don't think there is, because you see, bloke is slang.
It's slang.
Slang. You see that slang?
Yeah.
Bloke
that's
really isn't.
colloquial language.
It's not yeah, as in
Mm. Okay.
it's probably added to the dictionary now, but that's slang. Bloke.
It is slang. Okay, good to know that. All right, a bungalow for a one-story house. Filipinos cannot pronounce G-A-O-L, but it is still jail. That's an alternative spelling to the word jail, J-A-I-L. So if you happen to be in a spelling quiz bee, spell jail, you can use either spelling here and it still be correct. You fall on a queue, or you queue up, or you line up. Cooker for the oven. Hire or let for rent.
Wait, with the oven,
Yes.
cooker, but the cooker are the elements. Huh?
No. I have an uncle because he married my aunt, and I can confirm he did say that an oven is called a cooker.
Yeah, we call it a cooker.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
so oven is
the
cooker, and
oven
elements are elements. It's
Yeah, it's just you get into the semantics of it there, you
Yes,
know.
it's-
But like
it's
it's a
basically that.
general term.
Yes, yes,
If you were to look in a book, it'd probably say an oven, but it's known as a cooker.
yes.
Okay.
Because strictly speaking, like in the Philippines, the oven is where you like bake, you
Bake.
roast,
Yeah.
exactly, put in, you preheat for some time. But a cooker, because we think cooker is a general term to mean to anything that cooks. But strictly speaking, in the UK, they refer to that oven we used to as a cooker.
Okay.
That's how they refer to it, yes. The next term here, hire or let. It's an interesting word because when I was in Dubai during the holidays, I noticed many buildings in Dubai with the label,
Too much.
yeah.
You.
And one cousin of mine, she noticed many of the ad spaces, the two words are fused together to look something like this. And so my cousin remarked, they have so many toilets here in Dubai. Good looking toilets here in Dubai. I go, no, it doesn't mean it's not a misspelled toilet. It means that space is for lease. It's for rent. Yes, that's British, very British. All right. Do they still say Father Christmas in British?
No, it's become very Americanized now.
Exactly. The globalization of Christmas. Most people now say Santa Claus, but I can definitely confirm banger is how they call it here in NZ for the sausage, right? A trolley for the shopping cart, serviette for the table napkin, takeaway. This is one of the first few unique British words I've encountered. Takeaway when I first ordered here in McDonald's at the airport, because in the Philippines we're used to saying take out, and to eat in the restaurant they say dine in, but here they say to have here or take away. Lorry is a truck. The letter Z is a Z. So when they say out the alphabet, they say X, Y, Z. When names therefore are spelled in the IELTS and the name has a Z in it, say Zara for example, they would say Zara is Z-A-R-A-H. So if listeners don't know that, they might spell Zedara as a result. Okay, so that's something that we Filipinos need to know of. And not is an alternative to zero. In which instances, Joseph, do people say not in British?
I'm trying to put into a sentence now.
Like, just to confirm, I've heard, speakers...
Like you'll hear people say nout, which is close to not, but that's the accent.
Okay. So you say note.
Not. You could say, yeah, just like a decimal, not one.
Yeah. Like this one.
Yeah.
Point, not
One, yeah.
Exactly. So really small numbers.
Yeah.
But in regular conversations,
Because
people
it's
say not.
No. It's specifically you'd see it in stuff like that. Like
Exactly.
day-to-day conversations, no one's going to say not.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you don't go to the shop and say there is not apples for sale. You say there's 0 apples or there's no
So
apples.
there's no apples.
Yeah.
Simply. Okay, got that. So I can confirm that it's only for really small numbers. All right. Sometimes there are dictations of numbers in the IELTS. Typically, for very small numbers like this, the first 0 is not coded. So they just say point, not 1. But when you write down the number, include the first 0 because sometimes that little dot over there could be misconstrued as a typo error. So to signify that it's really less than a 1, so put 0 first, even if not mentioned, point, and then whatever, how many knots are there. So if there are like 4 knots, Joseph, do we say not?
Yeah,
one?
because it gives you not.
Yeah,
You're
because
writing as you're hearing.
Because this is an important part
Yeah.
of the number, correct? But people say 4 knots?
No.
No, Joseph, it's
It's
discrete.
not. You count them
And
out.
if it would be phone number,
If it's a big long number, you'll be like, not.
No.
Oh,
I mean, it's a phone number, and you have like 5 O's. What I would say.
Like,
O.
say you want
Oh,
a
like-
5 point.
Like,
No, you have like.
say.
Yeah, like that. You wouldn't say 5 points,
It's
not.
thousands. It's only for really small numbers.
It's like the negative side of below
less
0.
than one.
Okay.
Less than one.
You're not going to say 5, not. You'd say 5,
5,000.
that's 5,000.
Simply.
Yeah, but if it's phone number, then it's like, let's say 027, and then we have another seven numbers. It will be 5 zeros.
Well,
and
let's
then,
say,
then
let's say you have
21.
5.76000.
After the number, or say this. Say this, you mean to say?
No, I mean, if it's phone number,
Phone.
so
Phone
Phone
numbers,
number.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you
Phone
could
number.
actually phone numbers in the way.
then it will
okay.
go like 027 here in New Zealand standard phone number, like
Yes.
027, and then you would go 5 notes. 21.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
like
Yeah,
see,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
really
yeah.
confusing. Is it go 0210770?
Typically, yeah, that's a good point. We're going to have a drill on telephone number dictations eventually, but just a preview. Typically, say if you have a toll-free number like this, 1-800, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are multiple ways in which this can be pronounced. They say 1-800 or 1-800 simply. Is there any other way this is pronounced? Just 1-800 typically.
1800.
1-800 is a 1-800 number.
1800.
1800.
1800 is also another one. They could also say, for example, if the 0 is in the middle, for example, if you have 270-894, say, then you could say 27
00.
00-00-894.
But it won't be double note.
No.
It cannot be double not
Okay.
because again knots
yeah,
are
sure.
used for
Knots
really
are
small
like
numbers. Really small
anything
numbers.
less than 0 would be a knot.
Okay, here's another thing. In the IELTS, I don't know if native speakers often use this term, but there's this one case, actually a number of cases in which I hear, say we have this number here. So normally we say 27-333-584, but in the IELTS they also say treble 3. So it still means 3 threes, 333. So we can say 27-333-584, 27333, or 27-333-584. Do people commonly use the word treble?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's another tip. Alright? So eventually if you encounter these words, you should know what they represent. Alright? Good. So that's our vocabulary, guys. And it's a good thing we have a native speaker here to confirm what we know about the language. For now, guys, let's give ourselves a 10-minute break. Can we do that? It's now exactly 7:27 in my watch. So let's resume just a little below or before 7:40. Okay? If you want some coffee, we have some coffee just on the right of the door. There's a little fridge there. Help yourselves. We'll see you in 10.